Hey, hi, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm new here. Hey, what's up? My name is Ashley and welcome to the circus. So today I'm going to be taking a look at the campaign rally that Donald Trump had in Nevada. Please don't mind my cat in the background. Okay. So this rally in particular only came to my attention because I saw that there was a clip trending of Donald Trump making fun of Joe Biden for believing in science. Why are all the animals coming to me right now? Hi. Hey. Well, okay, so my dog is a guest right now. Hi. My dog is here to provide me with some emotional support because I definitely need it, because I already know this is going to be the dumbest thing I've ever, not that I have ever heard. Most of the past 4 years has been complete idiocy. I'm not gonna, why? Animals! Why? Hi! I'm gonna react. Let's just fucking press play. Okay, alright, it's gonna start. Of course there's a cops for Trump. I wonder why. The US was founded on principles of liberalism, and everybody here is supporting fascism, but okay. Give us say. I already gotta stop. Donald Trump is so obsessed with Barack Obama.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
He never shuts up about, well, you know what? I think the only other person he talks about more is Hillary Clinton.
It's not my fault you're like in love with me or something.
But other than that, it's always about how bigger his rallies and his numbers are compared to Obama.
Why you always lying?
He has to start this rally talking about Obama. Continue.
But something strange is happening in Michigan. It's happening in other places too, but it's happening in Michigan because we're not at 20%. We're leading in the early vote.
Where? In Michigan? Okay, let's go ahead and fact check this. Anytime you hear Donald Trump say anything, you should 100% go onto Google and try to fact check what he's saying. So let's go ahead and let's just jump into it. No, he's not. Biden is leading in the polls in Michigan.
All the plans, all the good economy and everything until the China virus came in. The plague from China. But now we're, and how do I look, okay? Do I look okay? Thank you. We can do things today we couldn't do 7 months ago when we got hit with this thing. The whole world got hit with it. They should have kept it in. They could have kept it in. They protected their country, but they didn't protect the world or us, Europe. And we will never forget.
Boy!
It's impossible to be able to contain a pandemic. I mean, just the nature of our world right now, we're extremely interconnected. We have so many people flying back and forth between different countries, not just for vacation, not just to see family, but for business, you know, celebrities flying back and forth. I mean, so much of our life revolves around needing people to be going back and forth between a bunch of different countries. Unless they, the day after the first person contracted coronavirus, shut down the entire country so that no one was able to come in or out, it is impossible for this virus to have been contained. Donald Trump is a fucking idiot. Okay.
But you know, we were doing numbers like the likes of which we've never done before. 160 million people employed. You had the best year you ever had. But almost all states, I can say it, I don't have to do a lot of research. Almost every state is having the best year they ever had. And then we closed it up and we saved.
Also, we already know that any positive effects on the economy have nothing to do with Donald Trump. We know for a fact that when a new president comes in, they inherit the residual effects of the previous administration's handling of the economy. So,
Other things. And I would, they call them therapeutics. For me, it was a cure. I mean, what's the difference? I said, give me a definition. Because I wasn't feeling, I wasn't like, oh, gee, I feel great. I had 12 doctors around the bed, and everyone was grabbing a different part of my body. I did not know. And they're all super genius. But I was not feeling good, and then they gave me this Regeneron. This was one I liked because it just seemed to have a very good record, but it was brand new, hadn't been tested, hadn't been approved or anything. I felt like Superman. I said, come on, bring him on, whoever it is. No, I felt good, and I could have left. I wanted to leave the hospital then. They said, sir, could we have a couple of more days, please? But these doctors are great. I love you, too. I love you, too. Thank you, honey. Appreciate it.
Dude, he's fucking getting off to that shit, especially after that disastrous town hall where that moderator just tore him a new one, and everyone who was watching just was talking about the fact that he looked like a fucking moron. And he's like, oh, finally someone is saying that they love me.
Bitch, you emotional?
He's so desperate for attention.
Tell your governor to open up, tell everybody to open up. They were like locked in a prison, and it's very bad. That causes a lot of problems. That causes the alcohol and drugs and depression and suicide, believe it or not. And the cure cannot be worse than the problem itself. So it can't be.
Oh God, he's such a fucking idiot, and so are his supporters. If you're a Trump supporter and you're watching, I'm also calling you a fucking idiot, because you are. That cure cannot be worse. He's talking about the increased prevalence in mental health issues since this pandemic has happened, and yeah, of course, there's definitely an increase of mental health issues since the pandemic's happened. People are away from their loved ones. A lot of people are afraid for their health, or they've lost family members due to COVID. A lot of people have lost their jobs. There's a lot going on. Of course, it's going to have an effect on people's mental health. I'm not even really sure what he's talking about when he says the cure can't be worse than the cause. Are you saying that? What are you saying? What's going to increase people's inability to recover from their mental health issues? Actually, one is a lack of healthcare, but he's not going to want to talk about that one. Two, it's that if we continue to see rising COVID rates, like we are right now, we're seeing rising COVID rates in a lot of different states, then that means that we're going to have to be in lockdown for a longer period of time. If you open the country back up, what you're doing is you're putting millions of Americans' lives at risk, and ultimately, after people die, you're gonna see just a little tiny bit of mental health issues. I don't know. Call me crazy. Okay, press play.
Sleepy Joe. I can't even believe it. He should have never even gotten the nomination. It was Bernie's nomination until Elizabeth Warren.
Trump is a Bernie or Buster.
Pocahontas split up the vote.
Oh, fuck you, Trump.
But let's change it. When you vote for me, prosperity will surge. Your taxes will be cut even further.
They already did vote for you.
Dipshit.
Like, you've been president for the past 3.5 years. Where is the prosperity? Since Trump took office, there has been an unprecedented amount of social unrest. This man is one of the primary reasons why white supremacists in this country have been emboldened the way that they are, to the point where his own FBI director has said that white supremacy is one of the biggest threats to national security. I mean, God, what a fucking idiot.
I gave you the biggest tax cut in the history of our country.
You gave them a tax cut? Donald Trump didn't give regular people out in goddamn, what is this, Nevada? He didn't give regular ass people in Nevada a tax cut. The Republican Party doesn't give tax cuts to regular people. They give tax cuts to corporations. These people are cheering like idiots. I feel like this whole video is just gonna be me saying, well, these people are such fucking idiots. Okay,
The pandemic is rounding the turn. It's rounding, and we have the vaccines coming, and they go crazy, the fake news. But I will tell you, it's rounding the turn with or without. It's rounding the turn. You'll see that. Normal life, that's all we want. We want normal life, right? We want normal. We want to be where we were 7 months ago, right? We'll fully resume.
Everyone hated
the
where we
Nevada
were 7 months
tourism and
ago.
hospitality industry, which is fantastic, will come roaring back. And it will. And next year will be the greatest economic year in the history of our country for everybody.
False. False. Just fucking false. Economists. Is that how you pronounce that word? Economists? Economists?
Economists.
They. We're entering a legitimate depression. If not that we're already in one. We're not going to be seeing economic prosperity next year. We're going to be feeling the effects of this year for a very, very, very long time. It's cruel to tell your followers that it's not going to happen. We have to do an incredible amount of rebuilding. We need to have social reform, and we need to be able to invest in people in our communities in order for us to see any type of economic change. Oh, bye, buddy. He's like, fuck this, I'm out. And you know what? I agree. Let's press play.
Unless somebody like Sleepy Joe Biden wants to substantially increase your taxes and your regulations. You know, we cut your regulations. It used to take up to 21 years to get a highway approved. Can you believe it? 21 years. You ever see the big charts where it showed you have to go here, then back? And take years and years. It could be 21 years, and then they get, none of that, 21 years, and then they disapprove it, okay? You know, he wants to terminate our newfound energy independence, and that's what he wants to do. He wants to end fracking. You know, do you ever see this guy? For a year and a half, there will be no fracking, no fracking, no fracking. Then
Jesus Christ.
Fracking isn't good for the environment. The United States could be leading the world right now in renewable energy. We could be creating jobs and opportunities and helping our planet by rethinking the way that we have a relationship with energy. We don't do it because of the fact that the oil industry has our politicians by the balls. They just have them. And this obsession that he has with fracking is so stupid. Fracking harms the environment. Mind you, Donald Trump doesn't give a shit about the environment because Donald Trump doesn't give a shit about anything. It's just so stupid, dude,
But Biden wants to launch a socialist takeover of healthcare to cut our military budget, and he wants to cut it right to the bone.
Dude, so much of our money goes into the military-industrial complex. An ungodly amount of money goes there. We could be doing so much to actually invigorate our economy if we were to just put just like a fucking fraction of that money into anything else. It is an absolute waste of resources that could actually go back into America's pocket.
Well, the Democrats do not like our military. They always, traditionally,
I'm sorry I'm pausing so much. It's just this is the same guy who has talked shit about our veterans, like all the fucking losers who get caught. Trump doesn't care about the military. He doesn't care about servicemen, and also Donald Trump evaded his military service. So
we have built the greatest military anytime that we've ever had anywhere in the world. If you vote for Biden, he will surrender your jobs to China. He will surrender your future to the virus. He's going to lock down. This guy wants to lock down. He'll listen to the scientists. If I listen totally to the scientists,
there it is. Let me rewind. Holy shit.
We have built the greatest military anytime that we've ever had anywhere in the world. If you vote for Biden, he will surrender your jobs to China.
So excited.
He will surrender your future to the virus. He's going to lock down. This guy wants to lock down. He'll listen to the scientists. If I listened totally to the scientists, we would right now have a country that would be in a massive depression. Instead of, we're like a rocket ship. Take a look at the numbers. And
First of all, Trump didn't listen to scientists, and we are in the middle of a depression. We're in a depression right now because Donald Trump, the same man who said, oh yeah, the fucking coronavirus is gonna go away in April because of the heat. The same man who, instead of promoting wearing masks, like the most basic, simplest shit that you could possibly do, was like, I don't know, man. I fucking heard that if you inject bleach, it might do something. I don't know. It might cure the virus. God, mind you, science is what is helping to create vaccines and treatments to the coronavirus. The same treatments and vaccines he's been talking about for this entire rally, including the same treatments that he says have made him feel like Superman. The cognitive dissonance, I wouldn't even say for him, but because we all know he's crazy, but like for the followers, like oh my God, just like.
And that's despite the fact that we have like 5 or 6 of these Democrats keeping their states closed because they're trying to hurt us on November 3rd. But the numbers are so good anyway.
It's like everything he says, I have to pause for this shit. Okay, so that is a wild conspiracy. And it's a weird one because he's implying that Democrats are using the coronavirus to shut down states so that Donald Trump looks bad and hurts his polling numbers. I think that that's what he's saying, but that would imply that the Democrats have some type of control over the coronavirus, which they don't. This is the shit that fuels people to like have those weird ass conspiracies about how the Democrats are, they created the coronavirus, they teamed up with China to create this virus that doesn't exist, but does control the population and all of this stupidity. Come on. You can't be up here talking about how you are the catalyst as to why we're gonna have vaccines and treatments to treat this virus, while also implying that the Democrats are using the coronavirus to hurt him in some weird way, and also denying science and kind of like being, it was kind of like up here like it's such a beta thing to believe in science, but like also still taking credit for the development of vaccine. I mean, just, is it exhausting? Is it exhausting to run these like circles in his own head? Because I'm so fucking tired.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
This election is a choice between a Trump super recovery, which we're in right now, or a Biden depression. You will have a depression. First of all, your taxes are going to be quadrupled. You will have a depression, the likes of which we have not seen since 1929.
Okay.
That's what's going to happen. And I'm very good at those things.
You're good at depression, aren't you?
Depressions of all time. Your taxes are going to go up. Your regulations are going to go up. Everybody's going to be leaving our country. All those jobs and companies that I brought in, they're all going back to where they came from. All he wants to do is raise it, even in the companies. Who wants to raise it for the companies so they go back to another location? They came because we cut taxes. Now he wants to raise their taxes. They will leave. It's very simple.
Even under Republican administrations, companies leave. They go to other countries like China, not because of taxes, but because the labor is so cheap. Exploitation is the reason why they go to other countries.
On November 3rd, vote for jobs, safety, lower taxes, a secure Second Amendment, and freedom.
Dude, this guy and so many Republicans swear up and down that just like the Democrats are out here ready to go, just steal their gun. It's funny because so many Democrats and a lot of liberals own guns. I know, shocking, but yes, Democrats own guns. When Democrats are out here saying that they want more gun control, they're not saying steal your guns. They're not saying we're gonna force down someone's door. We're gonna forcibly steal someone's AR-15 from them so that we can put you underneath an authoritarian regime and blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, just like there's so much weirdness. It's so weird. No, Democrats don't want to steal your guns. The only reason why Republicans like Donald Trump go so hard, just simp for guns is not because they care about the Second Amendment. You think Donald Trump fucking cares about the Second Amendment? Donald Trump doesn't care about any amendment. They care only because the NRA donates an insane amount of money to the Republican Party. That's it. That's it. They have them by the balls. Continue.
There's a lot of people here. Look at that. It's a lot of people. I wish the cameras would show it. They never show it, right? They never show it. They show me. And you know what happens? Over my shoulders about 3 or 4 people. 3 or 4.
Donald Trump doesn't know how to count. Confirmed.
When I closed and put a ban on China coming and heavily infected, I saved thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of lives. He said I was xenophobic. I shouldn't have done it. Months later, he agreed it was the right thing to do. Now he goes out, I should have done it sooner.
People were calling Trump xenophobic, not because, oh, you're scared of the thunder, buddy, I'm sorry. People were calling Trump xenophobic not because he closed off travel from China, but because he only closed travel from China and took his goddamn dear sweet time closing off travel from any other country. This dude literally only cared about... Hey. Oh my gosh, bud. Oh, it's okay. This dude only cared about making racist remarks about China. This dude is still calling it the fucking China virus. The China virus. I mean, come on, dude. He is so fucking xenophobic. His entire platform runs on xenophobia. I'm not even talking about China. I'm talking about his huge boner for shitting on immigrants.
And yet he didn't want me to do it months later. These people, I don't know how they get away with it. You know why? Because those people are more corrupt than anybody.
The Republicans control the Senate and the presidency. Who's getting away with something?
He's a servant of the wealthy donors, globalists, and special interests who got rich bleeding America dry and putting...
Donald Trump is literally, he's a rich asshole who's made his money rubbing shoulders with other rich assholes. Like Jeffrey Epstein, who Donald Trump liked to talk about little girls with. Oh my God.
America last. As your president, I could have been the greatest fundraiser of all time. You know, you see...
You could have been the greatest You've been president. You've been president.
And as far as I'm concerned, the Biden family is a criminal enterprise. It really is.
That would be so fucking cool if that was true.
The criminal. You know, I don't know what's going on with the Democrats are a very powerful party, but it's not the Democrats, it's the Democrats plus the fake news media. And then it's also including big tech. Okay? Here it is. It's me. I'm all you have between your Second Amendment and chaos and all the problems. It's me.
Like there is chaos right now. There's literal chaos.
And the Republicans...
Donald Trump has taken up his goddamn sword and shield and he has taken up arms so that he can physically stop Nancy Pelosi from stealing away your guns. He's literally doing that.
The Bidens make crooked Hillary Clinton look like an absolute amateur. It's true. And she's pretty bad. And I do want to hear from law enforcement. Why aren't they looking at? Maybe they are, and I hope they are. You know, I try and stay out of it because I'm trying very hard to be so right down the middle. But why aren't they looking at the fact that she got a subpoena from the United States Congress for 33,000 emails, and she deleted...
The election was 4 years ago. 4 years ago. You're still asking why Congress doesn't look at her emails? It's been 4 years. Donald, do you ever shut the fuck up?
Deleted every single one of them and then acid washed them. And then she pounded her telephones with a hammer. I've gotten rid of cell phones and I just throw them away, you know. Now I throw them into the Secret Service, okay, I give them back. But before this, I throw them away, I get a new one, right? She pounded the crap out of them with a hammer. How many people have gotten rid of your cell phones and pounded them to death with a hammer? So I just want to know, why aren't they looking at that?
Information from?
Why aren't they looking at that? Why aren't they looking at Omar? Ilhan Omar.
He had to say it like that. Ilhan Omar, bruh. Okay, just say you're fucking racist and go home, dude.
We'll kill your jobs, dismantle your police departments, dissolve your borders, confiscate your guns,
Yep.
and impose a $4 trillion tax hike on your companies and yourselves. $4 trillion. You know what $4 trillion is? That's the largest tax hike in the history. And you know what they're going to do with it? They're going to spend it on the Green New Deal.
Oh no, not environmental protection.
Conceived by the brilliant AOC plus 3, a poor student with absolutely no environmental experience.
Dude, fucking Donald Trump was a C
They want to
student.
attack
Donald Trump can't
religious
even
liberty,
spell.
drive God from the public square, and destroy your suburbs. I say that to the women because I keep hearing, they said, the women from the suburbs. No, I think the women from the suburbs are looking for a couple of things. One of them is safety, one of them is good, strong security, and one of them is they don't want to have low-income housing.
Wow, it's just that is just a. We all know what he means by suburbs. He means white neighborhoods. Talking about white women, like white women being in danger, that is like the biggest fucking Nazi dog whistle. I mean, the threat of white women being in danger because of when he says low-income housing, we know what he means. He means black people. That white women are in danger of black people living in their otherwise pristine Christian neighborhoods is so fucking vile that I don't even have the words to express my disgust. And Donald Trump does not care about Christianity. Donald Trump uses Christianity as a way to gain political favor. Donald Trump doesn't know shit about the Bible, about Jesus. He certainly doesn't care about God and Christianity and people of faith. So many evangelicals, and in particular white evangelicals, are so obsessed with Donald Trump, comparing him to biblical figures, comparing him to Moses and Jesus and kings, you know, in the Bible, and how he is a prophesied savior who has come to save America from its sin, usher in the rapture by establishing the state of Israel. Girl, I don't even know. He's the antithesis of Jesus' teachings. Jesus's whole platform was really about social reform. Jesus cared about the poor and the sick. He cared about women. He cared about people who otherwise would be deemed as undesirable in society. Jesus cared about the orphan. He cared about corrupt politicians, and he cared about corrupt religious figures using religion as a guise to make more money. I refuse to believe that Christians really are out here thinking that Donald Trump cares about Christianity. And to be honest, like, I don't think that they really think that. I just think that they are also using Donald Trump for their own political gain. Like, crazy ass white evangelicals have so much political power in this country, like, as opposed to any other religious group. They dictate so much of our policy and are out here fighting against things like abortion and climate change. The Republican Party, as it is right now, has 100% devolved into a group of people who have a hard-on for establishing a theocracy. And that's almost entirely because of white evangelicals in this country. They hold so much political power, and to sit here and to say that there's some type of attack on religion when really it's the religious right who is attacking our democracy is insane to me. Donald Trump is a fascist, a full-out fascist, and fascism goes against the very fabric of American democracy. Obviously, it's fascism, not democracy. And Donald Trump was put in his position of power by evangelicals who wanted someone to shoehorn anti-abortion and anti-gay like policies. Don't get it twisted, that's exactly what they do. They are the reason why this country has devolved into what it is. Donald Trump is a fucking idiot. He doesn't stand for anything. He doesn't care about Christianity. He doesn't care about maintaining religious liberty, but he does care about power, and he cares about having people support him. He knows that he is in power because of the religious right. That's why he continues to pander to them. But that's it. That's the entirety of his relationship with religion. I am so tired of the victimization complex that fuels the religious right so much. If there were a group of Muslims backing a president as hard and as fiercely as evangelicals back Donald Trump, bro, white Republicans would lose their fucking shit, dude. Oh my God, it would be a whole conspiracy to them. If you're a Christian and you think that you are legitimately in danger of having your rights taken away from you on the sole basis that you're a Christian, I need you to open up your fucking eyes and ask yourself how much representation you get in this country as a Christian as opposed to a Muslim or a Jew or a Wiccan or a Buddhist or a Hindu. Just ask yourself that. If those other religions are pulling public policy as much as Christians pull American policy, just fucking ask yourself that.
I've had them come to me, people come to me and say, thank you so much. But they keep talking about the women from the suburbs. I think we're going to have a big resounding, what the hell happened with women to the suburbs? They really like Trump a lot. But you know, it's sort of interesting because I really think that women from the suburbs are going to like Trump because I think it's going to be one of the big... Because it is about safety. It is about safety. And when you see what happens in our cities where they run and ransack and they're anarchists. And you know what? They say the suburbs are they actually say the suburbs are next. And just so you know,
no one's saying
just so you know, so important. These are Democrat-run states and cities. But I said, housewives of the suburbs, they went crazy. Donald Trump, he wasn't politically correct, they said, Michael.
It's because you're
Biden supports cutting police funding. If you look at ABC, how about Stephanopoulos the other day? There were some Trump people and some Biden people and some, well, no, it didn't work out that way, did it? And actually, they were very nice, right? The one woman said how handsome I was. You know, the one woman, no, it's true. I'd rather have that than have her say, you're a wonderful politician. No, with that, I'd rather.
He's so creepy. He's so creepy. I can't.
Have her say, what's better than that, right, Michael? You're so handsome. You have such a great smile.
I just like how instead of talking about policies, instead of talking about general ideas, promises for the election, all he could think about when it came to that debate was one woman saying he has a nice smile. It's so pathetic. And that is where my camera died. So, wow, what a nightmare. I would say I hope you enjoyed this video, but I don't think anybody could possibly enjoy this video because I didn't enjoy this goddamn video. I'm gonna do that YouTuber thing where I say like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.
1, 2, 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than